player. And on Linux and on Windows, they had plugins to where you could sync to iPods.
Oh, pretty cool. That's right.
Yeah,
It ran on Linux, didn't it? I knew it.
Well, it ran on Linux and Windows. I'm not sure about Mac. And then like a year ago or so, they said, okay, we're not doing any more development on Linux. We're dropping it. And then like 4 months ago, they said, we're coming back out on Linux.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah. And I think we actually have a voicemail from someone who gave a quick review on Songbird 2. So I'm happy to hear, these guys, because I want to give all these kind of apps fair shakes, and sometimes I can't.
Sure. Yeah, we got a lot of emails and voicemails actually this week, so we will
actually
play
now the wife might want to listen to music. Like stop her from talking. No, I digress.
Thanks for the review, Sean.
All right,
Dora, you're back up.
Okay. This is a repeat app, and I'm just bringing it up super quick because it do have another feature that I've been able to use. And if I did mention it a couple weeks ago, I don't know, blame it on the rain. I don't know what to say. But PayPal has I don't know. Okay. PayPal has upgraded. Good, I did mention it. Has upgraded their application for, at least on my phone, to where now I can take pictures of checks and have them digitally deposited. That's a nice, handy dandy one-stop way of getting checks for products like Linux for the Rest of Us videos and depositing them in a manner that only I know about.
Really? I'm going to try this. I hate going to my bank and depositing checks. So it works. It works like for me, I could do it.
Yeah. Caveat: it's not even close to instantaneous. It warned me it would take 6 days. It actually took the first time 5 days. The second time it took 4 days.
I'm going to try it tonight. It worked though.
Yeah. Yeah. I just went in and I said, make a deposit by check, picture on the front, picture on the back. One of the tips they give you, which isn't obvious at first, is you don't want to hold your camera and have the check square. You actually want your check to be like laying flat on the table, and then for you to be like a little bit away from it and taking a picture. So there's a little bit of an angle. It helps them see the bank routing number and account number, they said, a little bit clearer.
I see. And it's cool because then you could go to like your Bank of America app and take a picture of that with that one too, and then you could deposit the check in like 3 different places, right?
Well, if you're quick, yeah. And if you go get the free PayPal upgrade merchant account, you can get yourself a PayPal credit card, which works like butter. Which I got to say, I love the fact.
Oh, the debit card.
Yeah, the debit card. Sorry, I love the fact. I go into First Branch Carryout and get myself a shrimp cheese steak sub or egg combo sub, and before I get out to the car, I get an email saying payment confirmation.
Oh, I lived with my PayPal debit card for years. Love the friggin' thing. Couldn't live without it.
And that email I love because I know virtually instantaneous if my card's been compromised.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no, I find out in 30 days when I get my bill. Oh no, I know virtually instantaneous. There's a charge on my card.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I'm excited about this. I'm going to try the PayPal app tonight.
Cool.
Awesome. Eric?
Yeah, my next app is another music app. This one's a little different. Also, it's not quite like Songbird. This one is called. Well, it sounds a lot like it. It's called Songza. It is an app that just basically gives you different playlists. Though you don't really get access to your own music, but it does highlight tons of different. I've never seen so many different playlists available or playlists and like channels available on an app before. And there's such things like, I was looking through it. There was one called like Dive Bar, where it would play just like songs from a dive that you'd hear in a dive bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Dive bar.
It does have dubstep. It's got, this, if I do a search or if I do a genre, it's got genres, and then it's got activities, moods, decades, and culture. And then it's got genres underneath each of those. So like there's one called Record Store Clerk, basically the kind of the kind of songs that he would listen to, or the kind of radio stations he would listen to, like Jazz Giants, Mustache Music, or Cool in the 70s.
Mustache Music.
And here's one. This one was the one I really wanted. Trans Am Rock. And oh man, I gotta force close on that one. But what it says is it have like, it's kind of like the Woot.com of things like that, because it's got little funny things about each one.
Oh really? Like good little descriptions.
Yeah, the descriptions, like, yeah, it makes fun of people kind of as you're reading through them, and it's kind of neat. But if you don't like to listen to the same thing all the time and you want to throw on a station, it's a good.
Yeah, I love music discovery apps.
Songza, Songza,
yeah,
is a good app for that.
Oh, you're saying it. Yes.
Well, yeah, I'll say I like the idea of this much better, because I hate Pandora, where it gives me the false sense of it's going to learn me, it's going to know what I'm shooting for. No, man, 3/4 of the songs are skips. Where this, you could pick a genre where I think it might be more closely targeted, accurate.
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
You can definitely
Pandora
drill down to something you're going to like here.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't have that much of a problem with Pandora. It does pretty good. You don't think so, Dor?
It's a mix match where I will and I can go 6+ songs in a row where it's really, kind of spot on. But then I'm in my channel where, like, I pick artists like, let's say, Run DMC. Everybody should know Run DMC.
Mm-hmm.
And then it, like, 3 songs in a row wants to play The Doors, Louis Costello, and like some old country music from the 60s.
Wow. So you're hitting thumbs down for them.
Oh, you betcha.
Okay.
And
but then, of course, I hit the limit of you can't skip anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Pandora does do that. It gets into a groove, and and say you do want to hear a Run DMC song, it'll play like 3 or 4 older rap songs, but then it goes back into other stuff for a while. It kind of
weird.
Especially if you thumbs up something in a little bit off genre than normal, it seems like it'll stick to it for a little while longer.
Really?
And honestly, I discover more new music I like. And here I'm talking about it again, Slacker. There's some bands that I never listened to before that I do now, just because of the recommendations they threw up on my channel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check out
Slacker.
Slacker.
But Slacker is a little more repetitious, though. I agree. I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
But I do like it, and the sound quality I think is better than Pandora.
I gotta try that. Sounds cool. Thanks, Eric.
Yep. Sean.
Okay. Let's see here. My next app. The reason I said I don't really know much about it is I don't know if you remember last week. I'm trying to send you. Did you get my message there, Steve?
Yeah,
or no?
I got it. But what is it?
It's well, here I can try and show you. It's a screen capture. Last week when we were talking about navigation apps, and I was saying how I love Google Nav, and the only thing I wish Google Nav had was a speedometer on it. So I got a message shortly after the show from Jerry Mancuso, and he totally hooked me up this week. He sent me some information. I got an app called Tasker. Now, yeah, see, I was driving while I took the screen cap, and you have to use your volume and menu button, so that's why the volume thing is. But if you look in the bottom left corner, next to where it says traffic, that 35, that's my speed.
Nice.
How did he do that?
He did it in Tasker. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I thought,
awesome.
Well, because I had asked him after, I was like, dude, that's awesome. What speedometer app did you use? And he basically said, and I apologize, Jerry, I probably won't get it right, but it was something to do with I think distance in the GPS, that he did some mathematical figures and turned it into speed. So
that's a smart man right there,
dude.
That's black magic.
I couldn't believe it, man. And he hit me up a few times this past week, saying he was working on it and that, if I needed help, because then he sent it to me, and he's like, we could change the position and everything. And I mean, I kind of wanted to learn too, because I had to buy the Tasker app in order, because he basically did it all on his tasker on his phone, made a backup, sent me the backup, and then I purchased the app. And
how much is Tasker?
I think it's like $6.49 in the App Store. But what I did was he had sent me a link for like a trial. So I got the trial, and then I got the backup that he sent me, but it wouldn't let me restore in the trial. So I'm like, all right, I'll just buy the app. And it said it was cheaper, and if you buy it through the app, it was like $5. So you save like $1.50. Must be like the marketplace fee that they take.
I got you.
Right.
So once I did that, I restored that. And once I opened up navigation, there it was, and he just told me, different screens I could go to, and I just started fiddling around with it. Excuse me.
What was that?
It wasn't
Sorry.
me.
It was me just testing out Eric's songs up, but I'm listening and paying attention.
So yeah, I mean, he just, dude, he's total props to Jerry. It was awesome.
It's amazing,
man.
Jerry.
Well
done.
He didn't have to do that. I totally appreciate it. And I don't know what he did. Like I just went in and I started fiddling with he told me different, tabs I could go to do different things, because I wanted to move the position from the middle, down to the corner, and I wanted to make it a little bit bigger. I could figure that out, but the math stuff, I'll leave it to the smart guys like him. So, Jerry, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Jerry.
That's awesome.
That is very awesome. Magic. See, even Android devices are magical.
Can I just say one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, if you could work on the navigation speech. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's how the show works now. We just say whatever we want. We just say whatever we want, and somebody will give it to us.
He's got to sit there with a map and read all the cities and streets names.
Awesome. Cool. That's great.
Yeah, I can't give Jerry enough props. He keeps, every now and then hitting me off on Google Plus with a link or a nice comment kind of thing. The guy definitely pays attention to Podnutz and supports at least me in good links and good news and good info, Yeah,
it's much appreciated. Thank you very much, Jerry. Why don't we go around and empty the tank, guys, and I'll read emails and voicemails. I won't be able to get to them all because we have a ton of them, but we'll just get to as many as we can. Dor, you're up.
Okay, the first app I want to throw out there, it's another repeat, but I had a guy who's on the development team shoot me a personal email because he said he was listening to back episodes of the show. So he likes the show. Good. And I don't know his name because my computer crashed on me earlier. It's never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Andor's Trail. It was a little bit limiting of a game, but it had a good story behind it and a good setting behind it. There's been recent updates to it that make it much more enjoyable, he said. And he said that's not a biased opinion because part of the reason he got involved was to make it more enjoyable. So I'm going to have to try that out. I literally just got this email yesterday. Going to just throw it out there. I think it was a fun game, but it did have room to grow.
Very cool.
Next super fast app, Groove IP. Ellis Clark Kent mentioned this. I still haven't had a chance to try it, but Tracy Holtz, my friend over at thetechiegeek.com and now at podbrewers.net, he put it on his phone and he called me up from his house where he has extremely limited speeds. Nicest way I can put it. I really like Tracy, but really limited speeds. And he called me from his home and it sounded fine to me.
What is it?
Groove IP. It's basically a middleman app. It acts like a dialer and a receiver over the data network using Google Voice as the back end.
Huh. Very cool.
Right. Mm-hmm. So let's say you're coming close to having your 200 minutes where you only get 200 every month. You could then tell people, well, for the rest of the month, call me on this number, and it will be your Groove IP number.
Or just say Google text me like most people do nowadays.
I know, but like I said, it makes too much sense. To me, the biggest advantage of at least trying this is then your number becomes truly portable. Not portable where you have to call up two companies and beg them, oh, sir, please release my number. And oh, sir,